Now it's again Newton's third law of motion, and the numerical is two objects each of mass 1.5 kilogram are moving in the same straight line but in the opposite direction. The velocity of each object is 2.5 meter per second before the collision, during which they stick together, and we have to find what will be the velocity of combined object after collision. So there are two objects. Mass of one object, that is m1, is given to us is 1.5 kilogram. Second object is also having the same mass. The mass of the second object, other object m2, is equal to 1.5 kilogram. Velocity of one object v1, that is v1, is equal to 2.5 meter per second. The velocity of other object, because velocity of both of these objects is the same, but here I have put the minus sign, which shows that they are moving in the opposite direction. So the velocity of other object is minus 2.5 meter per second. First of all, we will find out the momentum before collision, applying third law of motion, that is mass m1 into v1 plus m2 into v2, where m1 is the mass of one object, v1 is the velocity of the first object, m2 is the mass of the second object, and v2 is the mass of velocity of the second object. Putting all these values, the momentum before collision will come out to be 0. So this will be 0. Now we have to take the second step. Since the objects stick together after their collision, so the momentum after collision will be, we will add mass of the both because they stick together, so they will become 1. So we will add their masses, that is m1 plus m2 into v is the velocity which we have to find out. So putting the values, the momentum after collision is equal to 3v, and according to third law of motion, the momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision. We have to put this formula because we have to find out the value of velocity. Here momentum before collision is 0 and momentum after collision is 3v. Putting these values, the v will be 0 by 3, that is 0. Hence the velocity of the combined object after collision is 0. Here momentum before collision is 0 and velocity of the combined object after collision is 0.